Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm sure you've seen by the title that today I'm going to be ranking my favorite drugstore face palettes. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am addicted to multi-use palettes. I'm addicted to makeup in general, let's be real here, but the multi-use palettes really get me. They suck me in because I think, oh my gosh, I can use it for so many things. It'll be easier. I can travel with it. It's all in one. So that draws me in, and then thinking it is a drugstore version of that makes me even more excited because it's more reasonably priced. So you think anyway. I know some drugstore brands run pretty high in price, but I am talking specifically today about 3 different face palettes that I have from the drugstore that I love. I love them all, but I'm gonna rank them for you. And tell you which one I think is probably the best deal and best suited for my skin tone and my makeup preferences. So if you like videos like this, I please welcome you to consider subscribing to my channel below. I'd really appreciate your support. But let's jump right into this. So I've gotten these 3 palettes from a couple different places, but we'll talk about that as they come up. But the first one I have is a collab palette, and this I purchased from Sally Beauty Supply. So I think collab is only carried at Sally Beauty Supply, and this brand was actually, I think, a collaboration from a bunch of different YouTubers back in the day. So maybe like 6 years ago or something that this brand was launched at Sally Beauty Supply. Now it doesn't seem to be, you know, getting that much hype. It seems to be kind of fading out in the Sally's stores. But I did know last time I was in the store, they did still have this palette in stock at Sally's. So I think you can get it there. Online, you can get it for just the deep skin version, I believe, and this is the light medium version of it, but you might want to check out the stores if you can. When I purchased this, it was a while ago and it was for $14.99, but I think it's on sale for like $11.50 now. So I'll leave the link down below, but like I said, it's going to be the deep palette. It's not going to be this exact palette, but maybe you can hunt it down somewhere. So I got this one for $14.99. You can see in here, they have it nicely labeled as there's a bronzer, light contour, deep contour, blush, brightener, and highlight. So let me open this up for you and see what you're getting. It's kind of interesting the way that it's laid out. So you can get more product from each of these, but it still is nice and compact. It does not have a mirror. And this actually comes out, the label thing, but I think that this is a pretty cool palette. I swatched it on my arm and I will talk you through the different shades. So it has this nice highlighter. The highlighter is very subtle, but this is definitely, like I said, for the lighter skin tones, light medium skin tones. I like the highlight. It looks pretty and it's just nice. It isn't too overpowering. Then it has this like setting powder. It's a brightening powder, and that's really nice and convenient. This is the only palette that has a setting powder in it for the ones I'm going to show you today. It does have this blush, which is a nice peachy pink blush, and it's weird. It looks very pink there, but when you see it in the palette, it looks pretty peachy. So, you know, maybe take in consideration, I think it's more peachy than pink. It's just showing up that way. Kind of strange. Anyway, I like that. I don't like that it only has one option for blush, which kind of stinks. You know, not really my favorite. I guess I could mix it with like this color, but I'll talk about that in just a moment. So then we have the deeper contour, and then we have the lighter contour. So, I mean, that's perfect. That's a great bronzer because it's a very warm shade. That one's leaning more cool. So that's a great contour color. I like that it has both of those in there. So it does give you some, you know, differences there. So you could play up those two for your skin. And then this one on the end is actually, it's a bronzer as well, but it's a shimmery bronzer. I don't think it's coming off that way. I wanted to kind of blend it out to see if it would show you, but it's barely showing you. And you can see they are pretty powdery formulas. So they do take some building, but they're pigmented and they stick around. I have not had any problems wearing this. I just kind of wanted to show you how quickly they blend out and easily. It's a nice It's definitely a nice product. That's why it's lasted so long in my collection. I can't really get rid of this. Like I said, the only thing here that's limiting is really the blush, I feel like, just giving us one color option. But the rest of the things have several different colors to choose from. And I think you could use, you know, some of like that bronzer, but it's shimmery. Maybe you can see it here. It's got glitter in it. It's right here. You could use that as a great eyeshadow as well to kind of multitask the palette, which I always do. So what's great about this is the setting powder, lots of different options. I think that this is a great travel palette, but I'm still gonna rank it number 3 here. So let's move into number 2, which is really hard. These last two, I like them all actually. I could see for different reasons putting them everywhere, but this is the new Milani face palette. This is $14.99 online at their website, but I think it's $12.59 or something like that at Walmart. It's magnetic, so it's a little bit more sturdy. This one was just plastic with a little plastic clasp. This is a kind of cool cardboard, but it has a magnetic closure, which is nice. It has a big mirror in here, which is also very nice and convenient. And then it has all this range of shadows. I swatched it right here for you. I'll talk you through them in just one moment, but it does have a blush, like a blush topper, a bronzer, a highlight, and then 3 eyeshadow shades, or you can multitask these however you want. So that is what this one's giving you for $14.99. And this is great. Great little, you know, convenient travel palette. Let's talk through these really quick. One thing with this palette is definitely runs warm. All of the Milani face palettes, there's 2 of them. They both run really warm. But here is, sorry, hold on. This is the bronzer. I got confused here because of this shade, but this is the bronzer and this is the highlight. The highlight is very pigmented and it's not subtle at all. You really have to kind of like blend this one out to make it look anywhere natural. So that's a little bit much for me, but great bronzer. Then these 3 are the eyeshadows. Sorry, I kind of swatched these 2 close together, but actually I can talk about that in a minute. But these 3 are the eyeshadows. What's interesting is none of the eyeshadows are very deep. So that kind of is a little frustrating, and you're gonna get a very pink look when using these eyeshadows. But they were okay. I like the versatility of having them in the palette. I think that that's really cool. None of these other palettes have eyeshadows included specifically, so I liked that. So those 3 eyeshadows, and then a blush and a blush topper. I think this blush and blush topper are beautiful. I love the blush topper. It's nice, it's shimmery, but it's not glittery. This eyeshadow is definitely glittery. And this, I would say that the highlight has some glitter in it as well, super pigmented. But it's great that you have this range of colors that you can use on your face. You know, even this eyeshadow, this one's a little bit more peachy, this one's a little pinky. You can actually, you know, use either one. You could use definitely this eyeshadow as a blush. I'm not scared to do that. Either one of the eyeshadows as a blush. So I just think it's cool that there's a good mix here. I like that there's so many different options. Definitely gonna give you a pinky look, but I think it's really cute. And this is $14.99, so definitely great value and in my number 2 spot. I only have 3, but I've gotten rid of a lot over the years. These are just the 3 that have been left standing. So my favorite, dun, 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 is this Physicians Formula Butter Collection by Wiley. Wiley Hoang. So anyway, it's really cute. There is no mirror in this one. There's just information about Wiley, which kind of stinks. And it is pretty large, which is also something that's kind of a downside, I would say. I think that they could have probably made these square pans and made this size with the same amount of of product, but they normally do their pans as round pans anyway. You can see in here there's like 2 highlights, 2 blushes, and 2 bronzer options. So 6 shades that you're getting, where the last one, I think, had 7. The last one just had 1 more kind of shade option. So, but you're getting more of a variety for face products in this one. So you can see they're full pans. Things to be weary about when you buy this though. When I got this shipped to me, this one was broken before it even got to me. So Just something to note, they're very soft and softly pressed in there, but they are the Physicians Formula products that we've loved all along, and let me show you them swatched. Oops. So here they are. So this is the darker highlight, the lighter highlight. What I love about these is they are a little bit glittery. It's not too obnoxious. They're so creamy, so creamy. It's amazing. And they're wet. They're like a wet formula. So they go on and you can just kind of play with it, blend it out some. And I love that there's two different colors here. What I do with the darker one is use it as an eyeshadow. So I kind of do that with all my highlighter. If it's too dark, I use it as an eyeshadow. But that is that one there. And this is like the highlight that works well for me. There's two blushes. I love their blushes. They're kind of just a little bit shimmery. If you can see, they're not shimmery, but they're glowy and they have just a fantastic finish. Their bronzers are like that as well. There's two different bronzers in here. I think this classic butter bronzer and then the deeper bronzer. This one pulls more warm. This one pulls more cool. You can see it's a peach blush, kind of a pinkier base blush, and two highlights. These products are just such good quality. Physicians Formula knows what it's doing when it comes to face products. And once again, this is only $14.99. I think I know it's sold on their website. I think it's sold at Target for sure. And I think it might be sold at Ulta now as well, I think. And this is $14.99, and I know it was even on sale not too long ago. So you might want to hunt around and see. I think it was like $11.50 on sale. I saw it and I was like, do I need another one? Not really, because look how much I still have left. I just haven't used it that much. I have a lot of makeup, but every time I've used it, I've loved it. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong. This is my number one, and I really don't think you could go wrong with any of these three palettes, but just depends what you're looking for, what your preferences are. I love the creamy formula here. I love the way it lays on your face, and I just think that this is just really great, but I like the other two as well. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know where you can get a bargain for a full face palette at the drugstore. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys and you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.